1959 when I went into the Grant Harris drugstore in Claremont, and I was home on leave, and I was stationed in Del Rio, Texas. And things looked different in there than what they normally did, but it looks like no one was there except me. But I noticed this girl was walking down behind the counter in the store there in the fountain side where you get drinks and Cokes and what have you. So very shortly I looked around, and there was no one there except me and her, and she was coming back toward where I was at. So I introduced myself and told her who I was, and that I was a long-time graduate of Claremont High School, but I was at the present time in the service in the Air Force in Del Rio, Texas. And I just wanted to know if she would like to go out on a date. And she just said, "No, I ain't going out with you."
He came in and asked me for a date. I liked the way he looked, so I said, "Yes, I'll go." So the next day, I think we went for a Sunday drive first. Didn't we go on a Sunday drive? And let's see, well, you were home like on the holidays, and you asked me out for New Year's Eve. And we double dated with Jimmy Carroll and Kay Atkinson. We went out to dinner, and then we came back, and you and Jimmy took us all up and down these roads we'd never been before. And we had a really good time.
What inspired me to marry Grandma is that, I had dated a few girls, and I never found what I was looking for. You'd go to dances and stuff like that, and take them to the movies and stuff like that, but they didn't have what I was looking for. And of course, I was getting a little older. I was almost 23 years old. And I knew then that I was going to make a career out of the Air Force. And I needed somebody to go with me. And we have traveled extensively throughout the world since. I had miniature jobs around Claremont, like hoeing orange trees and like spraying orange trees, and I made 45 or 50 cents an hour, and I knew that I had to do something more than that, because I had this thing in my mind that I wanted to go. I wanted to see what was on the other side of the hill. After I got out of high school, this friend of mine, Roger Graves was his name, and we were playing pool. And one of us said to the other, "Let's go join the Navy." And okay, we got in the car. We went to join the Navy because we thought that'd be a better way to see the world, which is a great way to see the world. And we got over there, and the Navy recruiter was not in, and the Air Force recruiter was there, so we joined the Air Force. People like to have these long stories on why they joined the service. That was the reason. That was a true reason why I joined the service.
It was exciting. We got to move around a lot, and I like doing that, and meeting different people. It seems like we moved like every 2 years, but I don't know if it was quite every 2 years, but when he would go off, when we lived in Tucson in the trailer park, everybody just took me in as a family, and if I needed help with the kids, they were right there to help me.
One time I had an opportunity to go to Australia. It may not sound like much now, but it paid like $60 a day, or more. And so that was almost a month's pay, And so I took that one. We took her down to Houston and come back. And so we moved. We didn't have hardly any household goods at all at the time, so we moved into, put those into storage, and took Lila to Houston, and I was gone, so I didn't have to pay any rent for those 2 months that I was gone. And when I got back in, so we didn't have a place to stay, but I had $1,200, cash difference plus my pay. And that was a big help for us, because we bought some furniture that we needed and some various other things, but we didn't spend it all. And that's the key to the whole thing is you don't spend it all. You always put some back, and save it. So those are some of the things we learned, and we did it together. It was home.
We knew that we wanted to, when he got out of service, we wanted to come back to where he grew up and where he went to school, and we wanted our kids to go to the same school
Small school
that he went to, because it was small, and
by the time it was small.
it was really small. It was great. It was really great. I'm glad we did that.
This place was a good place to be from. It give you a grounding. Like I love I love the time frame that we were in Ferndale, while we were going to school, and it was a great place to grow up. We had so much fun doing fishing and hunting. And
when we first moved here, there was just all orange groves everywhere, and so it looked like it was like a small town of like 1,000 people. That's all you think. Claremont, Mineola was big, but now it's like there's like 40,000 people here now. Or more, and all you see is housetops and cement.
Rooftops.
But it was we saw all the changes where the freezes, the groves frozen out and everything, and it's amazing, but it's still a beautiful town, and I still love it.
You tell them, babe.
I think the key is respect for each other and putting your spouse first before yourself.
Me and Mama had the understanding that we were in this together, and that we were going to learn to love each other, and we did that, and we treated each other with respect. And when you lose respect for your wife or it's all gone. It's all gone. You got to treat them good. But it's a good woman.
Marriage is not a 50-50.
No, it's not.
It's a 90. You got to go more than half your way to meet the other person.
It's not, I wouldn't say, it was easy loving Grandma. It's easy. She wanted to be married to me, because I come to get her, and I took her to places she would never, ever go. And, if someone says, well, where have you been? It'd take a while for me to tell them, And when we got to Germany, and just think of her on that tarmac, and with the 3 kids, and she was tired, she was worn out, and she was frustrated. But I just took some time off, and we got an apartment and all that, and you do those things, because you love the person and you want to have a family. And we did, and the results are Robbie and Mike and Jennifer, and then you guys. And we would never have it no other way.
Yeah, we hope we have made some impression on our children and grandchildren's lives. I don't know if we have or not, but I hope so.
I remember telling.
Definitely have.
Oh, thank you.
I remember telling Grandma just place yourself back to the time on that tarmac in Frankfurt, West Germany. And I says, we're gonna hit the ground running. She says, what does that mean? What does that mean? I said, it means we're gonna see Europe, and as much of Europe as we possibly can. And we saw a lot of it. We didn't see all of it, but we saw a lot of it. those are happy years, really.
We've actually had a very good life, and God has blessed us with 23. We're about to have the 24th grandchild, I think. He's blessed us.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many things to see in this world, and you should see all that you can, because you're only passing through once, you know. And we did. We tried to do that, but I don't regret anything like that we did together, and with Robin, Mike, and Jennifer. There's so many fun times, you know, and great times. And I still love her.
And I still love him. I'll give you a kiss.
Okay.